Hello and welcome to Wanderland. My name is Dallas and I want to invite you to come to a lovely afternoon tea at the Royal Albert Hall here in London. Did you know that they have been doing afternoon teas for over 100 years? Well, join me down the rabbit hole and we'll discover it together. Thank you very much, that's perfect. So getting here to the afternoon tea area for the Royal Albert Hall is actually up an elevator, so you'll have to go inside of the gift shop. And what you'll do is you'll tell them that you're here for afternoon tea, and then you'll be escorted upstairs through the elevator and into the restaurant. There's not any signs, but just circle your way to the back, away from the park, but just around the back, and you will find the entrance to go to. There's a lot of tours going on, so there's lots of people. But like I said, now it is 12:39. My appointment was at 12:30, and there's only one other couple up here, so it's good. I'm enjoying it. I have a beautiful view of Hyde Park right here, and outside here I have another lovely view. It's beautiful here. Here's my afternoon tea at the Royal Albert Hall, the place setting. This looks like the ceiling of the Royal Albert Hall. Isn't that beautiful? Got a nice teacup right here. Just a very nice area. I'm here with one other couple, and it's very quiet, lovely French music of all things, but it's a very relaxing situation. I'm really looking forward to seeing where this afternoon tea takes me. I have to show you the cocktail that they are showing and highlighting for this Royal Albert Hall afternoon experience. Look at this. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole. Is that fun? I love it. So let's see what's in it. It's a delicate blend of Earl Grey tea infused gin and lavender, perfectly balanced with lemon and apple juice. And it's £16.50 a person, but down the rabbit hole. How awesome is that? So the way you have afternoon tea and you book it here at the Royal Albert Hall is that you go directly to their website and you find where it says afternoon tea, obviously, and you pay for it in advance. So the price for afternoon tea is £51 a person, and if you'd like a glass of champagne with that, it comes out to be £72 a person. So everything else is already included. I did get a large glass of sparkling water, so that will be extra. So not a problem, but the main difference is that it's already been paid for. So book your teas on the Royal Albert Hall website. Well, as you know, this is my way to go down the rabbit hole. So cheers, and welcome to another afternoon tea. I'm going to go over the afternoon tea menu with you right now. It looks like a very traditional afternoon tea selection. So for the sandwiches, I have cucumber, cream cheese, and mint, smoked salmon and bellini, an egg mayonnaise, British honey roasted ham, mustard and rocket, and a coronation chicken. I'm going to have some freshly baked warm scones, plain as well as sultana, with clotted cream and strawberry jam. And then afternoon tea cakes. Doesn't tell me which one we're going to have, but then there's also a cake trolley that I'll be able to either have a slice of cake now or take it home with me, which will probably be what's going to happen. So all in all, yeah, looks very nice. But I think one of the main attractions here is their selections of tea. They have so many different kinds. And what I have selected, I will tell you, it is called the Blue Lady. So the tea selection that I was recommended was the Blue Lady, and it is a blend of China cumin tea with perfectly blended additions to produce a delicate fruit tea with a refreshing and uplifting flavor. I just received my Blue Lady tea, and I'll show you the lovely teapot. So here is my pot of tea, and it was recommended for me to let it steep for 3 minutes. And I've got some fresh lemon as well. It's nice that all of their crockery matches each other, and I'm really looking forward to it. Here is my teacup, and it all looks like in the same architecture, like I said, of the Royal Albert Hall. I wanted to show you my very petite cake stand. Is this the sweetest thing in the world? So up here we have a coffee and walnut Mayfair cake right here, a raspberry cake and a strawberry tart. Very nice. Down here I've got my warm scones, and down here I have my little tiny sandwiches. Let me take this out for you. It's so petite and lightly done. So I've got my egg mayonnaise right here, my ham and mustard, coronation chicken, and my smoked salmon. Isn't it just wonderful though? I think it's so nice because I am a table of one that I just have a tiny little tea tray. It's perfect. So I'm going to try the Blue Lady now. Let's see. I put a little bit of fresh lemon in it. Ooh, there is a little bit of fruitiness with it. It's a beautiful golden colored cup of tea, and it's just very nice and very, I would say, a little zingy as well. Very nice. My first sandwich is going to be egg mayonnaise. It looks like it's on brown bread. The bread feels like it's been out for a little while, but it's a very petite little tea sandwich, which is really nice. It smells nice and fresh. There's really not a something that would make me want to have more. It's not really seasoned, but it tastes like it's cold, like it's been refrigerated. Yeah, it's fine. It's not a bad sandwich, but it's not, you know, an elevated sandwich. I have a feeling that afternoon tea here at the Royal Albert Hall will be catered to more tourists, you know, wanting just a traditional afternoon tea experience, which is really nice. It's really wonderful to be able to experience that, but at the same time, it's fun to have something a little different, I think. So my next tea sandwich is British honey ham with mustard and rocket. And here is the top of it, and here's the bottom of it. Once again, it's definitely been pre-made. It's very, very tough. Very, very dry, unfortunately. Lots of mayonnaise on the top of it with a piece of rocket. There's the rocket. So I'll try this and tell you how it is. I definitely had to elevate the taste and experience my mouth with a little sip of my rabbit juice, definitely. So far, nothing extraordinary is happening, but I'm going to persevere on because I've got some beautiful sandwiches coming up. I think my next sandwich, I think I'm going to have the coronation chicken, and it looks like it's on brown bread once again. There it is. And yes, definitely been made a while ago, unfortunately. There's still nobody here. It's 1 o'clock. Maybe they'll show up around 3 at normal tea time, but it's very, very quiet in here. Still the lovely music being played, a lot of French music, which is so very unique for an afternoon tea experience here in London. So, ooh, the coronation chicken smells really nice though. It smells very fresh. Boy, I must be in a bad mood, or it's just not getting me today, unfortunately. It's a fine sandwich. It's nothing out of the ordinary. I've had much better. There's a fly. Yeah, it's okay. It's just, I feel you would know how many bookings you have in your restaurant, so I would wait to prepare all my sandwiches until right before they came, just so they'd be nice and fresh. I'm really kind of disappointed with this, so we'll see how we go on. So aesthetically, this is a beautiful little sandwich. It is a smoked salmon Bellini. Look at all the different layers here. It looks lovely with a little bit of roe on top of it and a little piece of dill. So I'm hoping that this is going to knock my socks off. The smoked salmon bellini was delicious. It was beautiful to start with, a lovely little stack, but because they layered it so much, it made it feel like there was a lot of salmon, a lot of really good salmon flavor, and a lot of cream cheese, so it wasn't dry. But yeah, that one I would definitely have another. But yeah, that I bet you is going to be the winner of the sandwiches here. Absolutely. I was just thinking, what is your favorite afternoon tea sandwich, and what is something that you really look forward to seeing on a menu? Mine recently has been coronation chicken. It's been several teas ago, but I've had some really good coronation chicken here in London, so I hope to find some more someday soon. So I'm ready for my last tea sandwich. It is a beautiful cucumber and cream cheese. Look at that. That is very meticulously put together. I think that is lovely. So this should be very nice. The bread seems a little softer, which is always good. And yeah, the way that they've done the cucumbers are just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I can see a lot of mint in it. So I'm looking forward to trying this almost as a palate cleanser towards my next course. That's a lovely sandwich. That's just a really, really nice, refreshing summer sandwich, is the cucumber, cream cheese, and mint. It's really nice. That was a lovely sandwich, and it was beautiful to the eye as well. I think when you have afternoon tea, you want something special. You want a lovely experience. You want, delicate little finger foods and to be taken care of. And when you get presented with a lovely sandwich like that, I think that definitely fits the bill, definitely. Now it's time for my scone. It is halftime. We are going to start with our scones. It's a lovely sultana scone, and it's glazed on top. It's as hard as a rock. You can kill somebody with this thing. So I'm going to open it up. There is no crumble at all. It's almost getting funny at this point. It smells delightful, so that's something going for it. I've got myself some scone, and I'm going to just apply a little bit of clotted cream and some strawberry jam to the piece that I'd like. So I have my bite of scone right here with my clotted cream. Of course, I went overboard with my clotted cream because that's just what I do. Smells good. I'll let you know how it goes. Well, that was a shame. Yeah, the scones were just not up to scratch at all. I'll have to let you know exactly how I feel about this experience a little later, but I'm kind of forming a very interesting thought process in my head about tourist attractions and afternoon tea. So the scone, like I said, when I first tried it, is very hard. There was no flaky or genuinely nice consistency on the inside. Clotted cream was lovely. Jam was very basic, just straight strawberry jam. It didn't feel like it was homemade or anything special, unfortunately. Yeah, that's too bad. So hopefully my lovely little patisserie will elevate this once again, because you never know. You can't give up until the end, right? So now it's time for patisserie. I've got a coffee and walnut little gâteau. We'll see how this is. I think I will definitely be using my cake fork with it. Has a little coffee bean on top, and it looks like some gold flecks, which is always nice. And we'll get into this, hopefully. I think I'll have to use a knife as well. Many, many layers. Definitely can taste the coffee in it. That is the overwhelming taste. Definitely not made today or yesterday, unfortunately. But I bet it would be nice with a warm cup of tea. Hopefully I can get one. Here is my next patisserie. It is raspberry. It looks very lovely. I'm not exactly sure what's inside of the raspberry, but I will let you know. Let's take a look at it right now. Aha! Looks like it's a little sponge with green. I don't know why there's green. Maybe it's pistachio. Raspberry pistachio, perhaps? It looks unique. It's very raspberry. I can't really place the green. I will have to ask my waiter when he comes back, but I just noticed the cutest thing in the world, though. I'll have to show you this. It's super cute. Look at this macaroon. It's tiny. I love it. Right behind this. Oh, it's so cute. Well, I'm going to definitely have to eat this little macaroon because I can't not. I can't not. What kind of word is that? But here he is. Isn't he cute? Oh, he's gone now. It was like a Barbie macaroon. Lovely. Now I would like a plate of just little tiny macaroons. That would be really fun. So the raspberry fancier, I can't say that word, can I? It is a raspberry with the cake as well as the filling, and then it has almonds on it, or almonds in it, and that's why they were green. The waiter couldn't explain why it was green inside, but it's definitely with almonds. I just received another pot of tea, and I just went for a nice Earl Grey. So I've got a piece of lemon I'm going to just drop in there, and I'm going to have a nice cup of Earl Grey tea. So it is 1:37. That probably means that I'll be up very late tonight if there's caffeine in Earl Grey. Is there caffeine in Earl Grey? I don't know. Do you know? I'm sure I'm going to have to find out, or else I will find out tonight, won't I? Oh well. So if you've seen one of these, I'm sure you have if you're watching Afternoon Tea, but this lovely tea strainer, I just adore these. I remember being taught by my mother 10,000 years ago how to use one, and it's just one of those lovely fancy things that you get to do when you have loose leaf tea. I love it. So I'm wondering what is sticking out of my teapot. So can you see that? Look at that. There's like something going on in my teapot. I'm going to take a look because it looks like there's a coil. Maybe it's to stop a lot of the tea leaves to come out. I don't know. Do you know why there is a coil in there in the spout? Well, it looks like it really does stop all of the tea leaves. So I think I might have answered my own question. Very nice. Nice and hot tea. There's nothing like it, is there? So I've got these little gnats in here. I'm not sure that's supposed to be here. I really don't think it is. So the waiter said that I said it's really quiet in here, and now I'm completely alone. He said there's about 25 guests that are going to come through for afternoon tea here, and usually it's about 70 to 80. It's just a quiet, very quiet Friday afternoon. During the summertime, I'm sure you would have to book much more in advance, but I booked a couple months ago. I was looking for a unique place to have afternoon tea and came across here at the Royal Albert Hall. So I'm going to take a nice sip of this. Oh, it's very good. I think I should let it steep a little bit longer. They say at least about 3 minutes or so. So it's hard to wait though, isn't it? It's very hard to wait. I've got one other pastry to go, and it looks like it's a lovely strawberry tart. I saved the strawberry tart for last because I adore little tarts. I just love them. They are my favorite. So I'm going to try this, and I'll let you know how it goes. Here's my little bite of my strawberry tart. It looks nice. The base was nice and crumbly, so I'm going to try this right now. The pastry just disappeared in my mouth. It was lovely. Perfect. Now that is how you end on your patisserie. Definitely a beautiful strawberry tart. It is the taste of summer right there. The custard in the strawberry tart is so delicious. It's so vanilla-y. and there's a glaze on the strawberries, and these strawberries are so sweet. I am so glad that this is the end of what I have right now, because I left on a high note. Definitely left on a high note. So yeah, I love it when things redeem themselves. Wow, so this is banana cake.
That's the banana cake.
It is beautiful. And then this one again?
Carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
White chocolate and walnuts.
And this is the red velvet
Red
cake.
velvet.
Red velvet and a Victoria sponge. Isn't it just beautiful? Generally, you can get your cake from the cake trolley to take away in a nice little box, but because I'm going to be messing around a little bit more in London today, I said I just want a tiny little piece of the red velvet cake. So I'm going to show you this beautiful piece. Look at this. Isn't it just delightful? Just enough for a taste. It looks wonderful, nice and moist. Perfect amount. I'll have a bite or two and that will be perfect. We've got a new guest set coming in right now, and boy do they have a beautiful view of the Royal or the Albert Memorial right there in Hyde Park. It's so nice. The atmosphere here is stunning, actually. It's just the food that lets them down a little bit. Service has been really good though. I'm happy to report that. They've been very kind and accommodating, and yet nothing wrong with that at all. This red velvet cake is lovely. There's the cream cheese frosting that is just, it's sweet, but it's very tart. And the cake itself is very moist and lovely. It's gorgeous. A beautiful way to finish off my afternoon tea here at the Royal Albert Hall. So I just received my afternoon tea bill here at the Royal Albert Hall, and it is situated in the Coda restaurant upstairs, like I said earlier before. Now, I also told you that I already prepaid my afternoon tea bill, but there was a couple extras. I did order a bottle of sparkling water, which was £5, and I had 1 glass of Moët Chandon for $17. So the total price, including service charge, came out to be $24.75. So that gives you a little idea of what to expect when you come and have afternoon tea here at the Royal Albert Hall. I wanted to also thank Jean-Pierre, my waiter. He was a lovely host and he took very good care of me. So thank you very much, Jean-Pierre. And I will do a review on TripAdvisor for the Coda restaurant. So I am finished now with my afternoon tea at the Royal Albert Hall. I had a nice afternoon. It's been very quiet, very relaxing. The wait staff has been very kind. They've been very accommodating. They've been very quick and efficient with my requests for an extra cake plate as well as different cutlery. I was able to get another pot of tea of my choice, so that was very nice. That was the pro of my afternoon tea experience. Now, there was nothing wrong with what I experienced other than a lot of the food wasn't up to what I'm used to in afternoon tea experiences, especially for the price point, which was the £50 mark per person. I feel like the food was prepared at least a day ahead, maybe for the next day's tea service, which is unfortunate. I have a feeling on learning at different tourist attractions, they're going to be catering for the masses, so there's not continuing trade, so they're just coming through and giving you what they have, and you know, that's what you have. Does that make any sense? Whereas the well-known or established locations, they know that their reputation is on the line and they need to step up through their food offerings. So would I come back? No. I unfortunately wouldn't, just because it's a higher price point and I know that there's more places out here in London to show you. So I wanted you to see the Royal Albert Hall. I wanted to try it. The patisserie won much more than the savories on this occasion, but I really did like the final cake service, which was that red velvet cake. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time down the rabbit hole. Bye-bye.